Bakersfield Congressman Kevin McCarthy is now the sole candidate for House Majority Leader, which would give him the #2 job in the House behind Speaker John Boehner. The Kern Medical Center is planning to lay off 51 people and close 2 departments after years of financial mismanagement. Graduation is about to get underway at Cal State Bakersfield. The ceremony will begin at 7 o'clock, and our very own Amity Idrisi and Miles Musio are speaking at today's ceremony. I'm O positive. I think you're the universal donor.
Oh, are you?
Oh, you are.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Is that the universal donor one?
I think so. And a Fresno inmate is killed just hours after he was mistakenly released from prison. In Detroit, a gay man was beaten during a gay pride festival, and it was all caught on camera. That's right. This morning, Yahoo.com posted a list of the top superstitions and omens many still believe in on Friday the 13th. It seems high school students are trading one dangerous behavior for another. The number of U.S. high school students smoking cigarettes has dropped to its lowest level in 22 years. A new taxi service that lets you hail a cab using your smartphone is now in Bakersfield. Well, help may be on the way for people suffering from valley fever. The FDA has made it a priority that would speed up the process to find a cure. More information on a fight at a hockey rink that has city manager Alan Tandy under investigation for assault. Well, would you apologize to an ex for breaking up with them right before you married someone else? Adam Levine appears to be doing just that. The Maroon 5 frontman says he's now on a mission to make amends with all of his ex-girlfriends before he gets married next month. The CHP says Veronica and Emmanuel Alfaro were driving on Pond Road near Driver Road when Emmanuel failed to stop at a stop sign. That's when they were hit by a crane truck in the intersection. Both victims died at the scene. A SWAT standoff ends without an arrest last night south of Bakersfield. Deputies in the SWAT team converged on a home they say a suspect wanted for attempted murder was inside of near South Fairfax and Muller Road. Now, the Sheriff's Department says they were searching for 45-year-old James Fain in connection with a shooting yesterday. There are reports he was actually not inside the house. If you have any information, you're asked to call the Sheriff's Department. Local residents gathered today to help stuff the bus and provide school supplies for children in Lamont.
Broadcasting live in high definition. Eyewitness News at 11 on KVAK starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for your Eyewitness News at 11. I'm Caitlin Reardon.
And I'm Anthony Bailey. Our top story tonight, a 20-year-old man has died after being struck by lightning at Venice Beach in Los Angeles.
12 others were hurt when the lightning bolt struck the water near the beach. All of those injured were either in or near the water when it happened. 8 people were sent to a hospital with various injuries. A 14th person was struck by lightning on a golf course on Catalina Island. No word on his condition. Now, the lightning strikes come as severe thunderstorms actually ripped through Southern California. Well, thousands of Filipinos celebrate their culture as the Philippine Weekend 40th anniversary celebration ended earlier today in Delano. Good news to report about a Bakersfield man who suffered a critical injury in Mexico while he was ziplining. 36-year-old Brian Hodges was airlifted from a hospital in Cabo San Lucas to a medical facility in Southern California. The accident happened when he slammed into the side of a cliff while ziplining with his wife and friends last week. It was originally believed that it could take as long as 3 weeks before Hodges was able to be transported due to his delicate medical condition. Now, though Hodges is back in the U.S., he still faces extensive medical treatment. Well, as the debate between cable companies and local TV broadcasters continues, Congress may now get involved. That's the topic of this week's Say What. Israel and Hamas continue to fire rockets at each other as the two sides failed to agree on a mutual ceasefire. The Palestinian group proposed a ceasefire earlier today, but the rockets continue to fly from both sides. Hamas says they resumed firing after what they call a lack of commitment from Israel. Israeli officials say they resumed firing at Hamas after they continued to fire at them.
They floated a ceasefire proposal, and you know what? This is quite astounding, Bob. They violated their own ceasefire, and they're firing at us as we speak.
Also, the Israeli military has finished its investigation into last week's strike on a UN-run school in Gaza. An IDF spokesman says one errant shell landed in the courtyard, but he says it's unlikely the mortar fire killed anyone since the courtyard was empty at the time. The UN says 16 were killed on a strike at the school. 2 Americans who were helping to treat patients infected with the Ebola virus in Liberia have tested positive for the deadly disease. CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette reports. A teen decides to set himself on fire after getting the idea to do it on Facebook. Victor Puente reports.